So a lot of people are crying about the fact that, millennials don't have any money. And it's true to an extent, but you have to also understand, especially in the Western world and in the Anglosphere, it's like you got access or you get access to jobs that pay you in the thousands. Now, you also have to need to understand in a lot of major cities and even some minor cities now these days, it's super duper expensive to live in that part of the world. Okay, groceries are expensive. Something that might cost like 2 cents in your country might cost like $10 here or something, or 25 bucks. Like a lettuce is $2. Okay, a lettuce is $2. And I don't know, like there's basically hourly wage is 17 bucks, and I bet like sourdough bread is like $17. Okay, so what I'm trying to say is that even though a lot of money can be made in the Anglosphere and Western world, it still costs a lot to live here. However, millennials, one that did get housing, because a percentage of them did. They won. They winning. Winners. Ganyo, right? They won. So a percentage of them have that. A percentage of them also already won. They have parents. They have parents that bought a house, right? They're also ganyo, like winner. Because there's much security there, right? Much security. They bought their house next to nothing, right? The parents. And if you have like great grandparents, right? Like if they have houses at the beaches, like, their net worth is pretty high. Their equity is pretty high. So it's like we still have a portion of people that basically live at their parents' house or have access to their parents' house. Okay. And then the third thing is people, sucking it up. They're living with like 3, 4, 2 roommates to cut down costs. They're living in, 400 square foot apartment, which I think should be illegal. I don't know. They're doing shady stuff, living in a garage, a storage garage or whatever for like $200 a month. People do anything. I know people who used to make like $4,000 a month and live in one of those lockers because they would save $4,000 a month and they only needed to do it for 6 months. Okay. But what I'm trying to say is that even though with all this stuff in the Western Anglo world, you still have access. So those people still have access to thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars. If you live at your parents' house and you don't really pay rent, and you have a minimum wage job, you still have like $2 or $3 at the end of the month. Okay? Obviously, you're probably going to chip in and stuff, but still, even $1,800 a month. $1,800 a month, bro, you can buy so much stuff with that. That people in, Pakistan, Russia, Ukraine, Venezuela, they don't have access to thousands of dollars of Canadian dollars or US dollars or euros. They don't. They have they have their currency that's like always shrinking. So even though they're poor and we're poor, they're still way poorer than us. They have significantly less purchasing power and even access to opportunity. Because a lot of things need the tools. You need the tools. If you don't have the tools, how are you going to learn? People talk about like Cuba and its great healthcare system. I'm like, bro, have you been to Cuba? It's like 1920s equipment down there. Like, I bet that Dr. Jose, mashallah, is probably the best doctor in the world. But if he doesn't have the proper tools, it doesn't matter. Okay, so